What was Greek ideology and what was Judaism? What was Jewish ideology? Because at the core of Hanukkah, at the very crux of Hanukkah, is not the miracle of the oil. At the very crux of Hanukkah is not the war between the Jew and the Greeks. At the very crux of Hanukkah is the war of ideology, is the war of what does it mean to be a Jew, is the war between the Jews that embraced their identity and the Jews that became Hellenists. That is at the crux of Hanukkah, that battle. What does Greek culture embody? If you look at everything about Greek civilization, Greek culture, Greek identity, it all has one thing in common.
Beauty.
Beauty of what?
Of the body.
Very close. It's not just the body.
Man.
The one thing that Greek ideology has that is a thread throughout everything they do, everything they did, everything they brought into the world. And the Greeks brought a tremendous amount into the world. There was no other explosion that existed like the Greek explosion in terms of the impact they had on civilization. And the Torah alludes to it. So it's okay that was that way. But the one thread that goes through it all is the glorification of mankind. The beauty of the human being. Everything was about showing and glorifying what it means to be a human. Art, sculpture, philosophy even. The depths of the human mind. It was a glorification. It was a beautification. It was an obsession of look at the existence of humanity. Look at what the human being can accomplish. Look at what the human being can accomplish with their hands. Sculpture. Look at what the human being can accomplish with their body. Sports. The Olympics, that's the Greeks. The physical, the physique of the human being.
Gymnasium.
It was what the human being can do. And what's philosophy? Philosophy is look what the human being can do with their mind. And this goes so far, even all the way to Greek religion. Because look at Greek religion, Greek mythology, the study of the Greek gods. Every Greek mythological story is nothing other than a human having the ability to live life to the fullest with no consequence. Look at the stories of the Greek gods. The Greek gods are nothing other than human beings being able to live out all of their vices, all of their indulgences with no consequence. The Greek gods have orgies. The Greek gods have parties. The Greek gods are able to indulge in the physical with no consequence because they're not physical, they're gods. But here's the beauty. Every Greek god is really a human. See, the Greek gods are created in the image of humans. And Judaism came along and said the exact opposite. Judaism came along and said, no, God is not just an extension of what it means to be a human with unlimited power. That's not the essence of God. On the contrary, God is an infinite being that cannot be described as a human. God is an infinite being that has no comparison to a human being except one. And that is, we are created in God's image. The battle between Judaism and Greek ideology is the battle of what is the goal of life? Is the goal of life to just be the greatest human? Or is the goal of life to aspire to something far greater than a human? Judaism says we are created in the image of God. not that gods are created in our image. The battle is the battle of ideology. What does it mean to be a Jew? Are we aspiring to be like God? Or are we just aspiring to have the greatest human experience possible? And if we just want the greatest human experience possible, then we should be able to partake of everything that American culture has to offer us. British culture has to offer us. South African culture has to offer us. Because we want the greatest human experience. And we should be able to go to the theater. And we should be able to eat a cheeseburger. And we should be able to experience what this world has to offer, because it's all about the human experience. That is Greek ideology. Judaism says it is not about the human experience. It's about having the human experience in order that you grow and become closer to the Almighty, closer to the Creator of the universe. Because that's what Judaism is about, nothing else. If you light the menorah, you stand up and fight for Jewish ideology. You stand up and you tell people that what it means to be a Jew is objective. And I'm here to shine that light into the world. That is what Chanukah is all about. This Sunday night, light the menorah. And when you light that menorah, take a moment and stop and think and ask yourself a very heavy question. Am I living my life as a Jew objectively? Or am I living my life as a Jew subjectively? Everyone should be able to see the light of the menorah and have an incredible Chanukah.